What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black. I was just sitting here looking on the internet on USA Today Sports, and I ran across an article, and they ranked the projected SEC starting quarterbacks for the 2023 season. Okay, but this is not the only rankings out there. It's different rankings as far as these quarterbacks. I also looked at the College Football Network. But the way the College Football Network ranked theirs, all the teams that's having a quarterback battle, they put them at the bottom. So it is what it is. But we all know some of these quarterbacks that was backups last year, who will be a first-year starter going into 2023, will be better than some other quarterbacks that's been starting 2 or 3 years. That's just the way it goes. All right. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let y'all know from worst to first. All right, I'm gonna go. All 14 quarterbacks are projected starting quarterbacks for the SEC heading into 2023, and you should already know who last. You should already know who the last quarterback and what team they play for. So coming in at number 14 is AJ Swann for the Vanderbilt Commodores. Should already known that. In 2022, AJ Swann completed 58.1% of his passes for 1,274 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not bad. He wasn't a starter at the beginning of the season. He took over for Mike Wright, which I thought Mike Wright was a damn good quarterback. I don't know if he got hurt or they just replaced him. But Mike Wright was doing pretty good at the beginning of the season. Of course, we don't watch Vanderbilt too much. Only when they playing against our team. That's about it. So, because Vanderbilt really nobody to watch in the SEC, at least not right now. And it haven't been for a long time. But that's what AJ Swann did. Threw for almost 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. All right. So maybe he'll be better this season. Last year he was just a freshman. So he might be better this season. But will the Vanderbilt Commodores be any better? I doubt it. I doubt it. They in the SEC. So it is what it is. Clark Lear, he improved Vanderbilt, last year in his first season, but that ain't going to be no better this year. So AJ Swann, good luck to you, but it ain't going to do no good, all right? Coming in at number 13, which is a surprise to me. This is a big surprise to me. I thought he would be lower on the list. I'll say 6, 7, 8, but they put him at 13. And that's Carson Beck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Last year, Carson Beck completed 74.3% of his passes for 310 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interception. Now, mind you, Carson Beck only got in mop-up duty. So, because Stetson Bennett was doing this thing or whatever. But Carson Beck only got in mop-up duty. He handed the ball off a lot, but he did get some chances to throw the ball, as we know, because he got 4 passing interception. But he's taking over for Stetson Bennett. And Stetson Bennett leaving some, he's projected to take over for Stetson Bennett, I'll just say that. But Stetson Bennett is leaving some big shoes to fill as far as the quarterback position at Georgia. So, but whoever is the quarterback, whether it's Carson Beck, Brock Vandegrift, Garner Stockton, whoever the quarterback at Georgia, they can be successful because they got a lot of talent around them. All right, just like Stetson Bennett had all that talent, a lot of it is coming back. So whoever is the quarterback, no matter if it's Carson Beck, I think they will be successful at Georgia. So it is what it is. They got talent, major talent at all the skill positions. So they should be all right, no matter who the quarterback is. All right. So they got Carson Beck at number 13. At number 2, Connor Weigman, Texas A&M. 55.3% of his passes he completed last season, 896 yards, 8 touchdowns. All right. Mind you, Connor Weigman, he didn't start the whole season. He came in when Max Johnson went down. So he did what he can do. Almost 900 yards, 8 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. So one thing he can do, Well, he protects the ball and make good decisions. So hey, it is what it is. And he led Texas A&M to a win against LSU, and LSU was ranked number 5 at the time. So hey, he did do that. So it is what it is. But well, that was the last game of the season. LSU already had the West sold up, so it is what it is. But Connor Weigman is at number 12, and he will be the starter for Texas A&M. Ain't no projection there. All right, at number 11, Florida Gators, Graham Mertz. All right, Graham Mertz is a transfer from Wisconsin. All right, he taking over for Anthony Richardson. This article saying Anthony Richardson is a generational talent. And I'd like to know how they got to that damn conclusion. Because we SEC fans know what Anthony Richardson was as a quarterback. Hot damn garbage. But anyway, NFL like him. But Billy Napier went to the transfer portal and got Mertz, Graham Mertz, out of the transfer portal from Wisconsin. All right. He's a 3-year starter at Wisconsin. And all 3 years, he passed for over 1,000 yards. So he have had success. So maybe he can improve Florida's offense. Maybe he can improve the quarterback position. Because at the quarterback position, Florida have been terrible with Emory Jones and daggone Anthony Richardson. That was just terrible. So maybe this guy can put a whole new leash on the quarterback position at Florida. All right. So Graham Mertz is ranked number 11. At number 10, we got Robby Ashford for the Auburn Tigers. All right, last season he completed 49.2% of his passes for 1,613 yards. He had 7 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Not good. You running 50-50. That is not good. But he had 710 rushing yards with 7 touchdowns. So basically 14, well, I ain't going to even put it that way. That make it sound too damn good. But he had them 7 interceptions. So 7's all across the damn board. But anyway, Robby Ashford. Arm talent is just not there. His arm talent is raw, to say the least. He is terrible at passing the ball. But he can make plays all day with his legs. If you can stop him from running, spine, quarterback contained, you might have a chance. Well, you will have a chance at stopping him from running and making him throw the ball. And Auburn can't win with him throwing the ball. No way, no how, unless Hugh Freeze can work some miracles during this offseason. Oh man, it is terrible. It is terrible. But hey, he's ranked. He's ranked by USA Today Sports as at number 10. You know, for the SEC projected starting quarterbacks, but I don't see it in Robby Ashford. But number 9, we got Brady Cook, Missouri. He completed 64.8% of his passes last season, 2,739 yards, 14 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Got to clean up the interception. He had 585 yards rushing with 6 rushing touchdowns. Brady Cook, he can be a good quarterback. I think if he was on a better team, he might be a little better. But it's Missouri. All right? So it is what it is. I don't know what to say about this guy, man. I don't know about what to say about this guy besides he could be a good quarterback if he was on another team. That's my opinion, right? Against 3 top 25 opponents, all right, last season, he threw for 637 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, hey, that's not too bad against 3 top 25 opponents. But it would be better if it was against 3 top 10 opponents. But it is what it is. But hey, he's ranked Brady Cook at number 9 in the SEC coming into 2023. So I can agree with him being at 9. I ain't got no problem with it. Next, you got Jaxson Dart, Ole Miss. All right. He completed 62.4% of his passes last season for 2,974 yards, almost 3,000 yards. 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Got to clean up the interceptions, right? He had 614 rushing yards with a rushing touchdown. But he do need to clean up the interception. I know Lane Kiffin like to go fast and air that ball out. All right. That's still no excuse for throwing those 11 interceptions. No excuse. All right. Uh, but he did his thing, man. He passed for almost 3,000 yards, ran for 614 yards. So he did his thing, man. But Lane Kiffin, he have added some guys from the transfer portal. All right. So, well, Jaxson Dart, he might have to do more than what he did last season because guess what? Ole Miss got Pete Golden now, so he might have to do more than what he did last year if he want to compete. If Ole Miss want to compete in the SEC, so it is what it is. I don't think Ole Miss will be competing for the West with Pete Golden. I just don't see it. Maybe they will, but I don't see it. Ole Miss might have a great offense in 2023, but I think the defense will be lackluster. And Jaxson Dart, he will have to earn this number 8 ranking in 2023. You can believe that. All right, at number 7, they got Jalen Milroe, Alabama. All right, completed 58.5% of his passes last season, 297 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Got to clean up the interceptions. He had 263 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. Jalen Milroe, I think if he can clean up the turnovers, we'll be all right. Alabama will be all right. Because against Texas A&M, he had 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception. Okay? Even though he threw for 3 touchdowns that game. All right? And I'll say the same thing I said about him as I did with Stetson Bennett last year. He was throwing, dinking and dunking, and the receiver was doing most of it. Okay? He had a great run against Texas A&M. He had a great run against, I think it was, who was it? Ole Miss we was playing when Arkansas we was playing when Bryce Young got hurt. But anyway, the thing is, you got to take care of the ball, all right? No interception, or limit the interceptions, limit the fumbles. And from what we are hearing out of spring practice, that he's accurate with the ball. He's showing out throwing the ball. So if he can continue that, I think, and improve on these turnovers, Alabama will be all right. Nick Saban said both quarterbacks, him and Ty Simpson, is going through their progressions really good, and they're making good decisions. So if Jalen Milroe can keep that up, I don't think Alabama will have no issues on offense. So Jalen Milroe, number 7. At number 6, we got the Rattler, South Carolina, baby, Spencer Rattler. We all know Spencer Rattler going to be the starting quarterback for them South Carolina Gamecocks. He completed 66.2% of his passes last season for 3,026 yards, 18 passing touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Spencer Rattler, you got to take care of the ball. I'm going to tell you now, if Spencer Rattler can take care of the ball and don't throw interceptions, they will compete for the East. They will compete for the East if Spencer Rattler limit the turnovers. You heard it from me. But anyway, I know Spencer Rattler, he led South Carolina to beat Tennessee, put up 63 points on them. He led South Carolina to beat Clemson. So Spencer Rattler did some great things last season. Their season didn't go like probably they expected it. But Shane Beamer will have his guys ready to play next season. And I think Spencer Rattler will be better in 2023. That's what I think. I mean, it might turn out different, but that's what I think. But Spencer Rattler is ranked number 6 in the SEC. At number 5, we got Devin Leary. Devin Leary for Kentucky. All right. He completed 61.1% of his passes last season. Well, 1,265 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Okay. Devin Leary, he's a transfer from North Carolina State. So he has a lot of experience, proven passer. He can pass the ball. All right. I think last year he had a season-ending injury though, but he's back at 100%. So it is what it is. Kentucky, I don't know what kind of weapons they're gonna have, as far as wide receivers and running backs. I don't follow Kentucky like that. Okay? But it is what it is. Don't know much about this guy, but I know he's a proven passer at North Carolina State. I live in North Carolina State, so I watch North Carolina State and North Carolina football. So, hey, I don't talk about it much, but I do watch it. And this guy, he's a pretty good guy. Well, we'll see what he can do in the SEC as a quarterback. I'm going to just say it like that because it's different over here, baby. Different than the ACC. But anyway, Devin Leary, number 5. At number 4, we got Will Rogers, Mississippi State Bulldogs. All right, he completed 68% of his passes last season for damn near 4,000 yards, 3,974 yards, 35 passing touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I don't know why he wasn't a Heisman Trophy candidate. I don't know. So, but anyway, it is what it is. Complete 4,000, damn near 4,000 passing yards, 35 touchdowns. Jesus. But anyway, you know, the late Mike Leach, R.I.P., he liked to air the ball out. He was running that air raid, all right? But their new quarterback, their new coach, Zach Arnett, from what we're hearing, he's going to be more balanced. He's going to have a more balanced attack with passing and throwing. He's not going to be airing the ball out like a Mike Leach ran offense. So will Will Levis be what he was last season? I'll doubt it. I think he'll still be a great quarterback, but I don't think he'll do what he did last season, being that the offense will be different under Zach Arnett. So, because we know under Mike Leach it was predominantly passing. So, we'll see what he do in 2023. But as of right now, he's the 4th-ranked quarterback in the SEC. 3rd-ranked quarterback in the SEC. Joe Milton, Tennessee. He completed 64.6 of his passes last season, 971 yards, 10 passing touchdowns. So we know he played garbage time last year behind Hendon Hooker. All right. Even that, he had almost 1,000 yards passing with 10 passing touchdowns, even though he started in the bowl game. And what's his name? Hendon Hooker went down late in the season. Okay. Joe Milton took over, did his thing, but he did play a lot of garbage time. But still, he had almost 1,000 yards passing with 10 touchdowns. And we know this guy got a cannon of an arm. We know he can throw the ball. So I know he's pretty accurate on the short to mid range passes. That deep ball, I've seen him overthrow a lot because his arm is so damn strong. But he can work on that during the off season. I know he's been working on it during the spring. So I expect Joe Milton to show out. I know he ain't got Cedric Tillman and Jalen Hyatt this year, but he got wide receivers. I seen it against Clemson, even though Clemson had a lot of guys to be out when they played Tennessee in that bowl game. But anyway, I don't have a problem with Joe Milton being the 3rd-ranked quarterback in the SEC either. So, do I expect it to change? No, unless his playmakers let him down, or the people surrounding him let him down. All right, Joe Milton, number 3. Number 2, KJ Jefferson, Arkansas, completed 68% of his passes last season for 2,648 yards, 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He had 640 yards rushing with 9 touchdowns. KJ Jefferson, he can be a great quarterback also, where he is. I just think he don't have the weapons around him to be successful. That past 2 seasons, they done started out hot, but then they just fizzle out. Maybe it's because of the opponents. I don't know. But anyway, KJ Jefferson, he's a 2-year starter, a proven quarterback, a proven passer. He's proved he can make plays with his legs. So, hey, it is what it is, man. KJ Jefferson is a one-man show. I'm going to just put it like that for them Arkansas Razorbacks. He's a great quarterback. At number 2, I got a little issue with that. So, I think I would put, maybe I'm not KJ Jefferson, but Will Levis before him, being what Will Levis did last season, but that was last season. Okay? It is what it is. All right. And number 1, Jayden Daniels, LSU. All right, he completed 68.6 of his pass, 68.6% of his passes last season for 2,913 yards, 17 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. All right, ran for 885 yards and 11 touchdowns. I was not amazed by Jayden Daniels when he first came to the SEC, his first 3 or 4 games, but he impressed me throughout the season. So, hey, with Jayden Daniels, number 1, I don't have an issue with it. Jayden Daniels can be a great quarterback. And with Brian Kelly, he brought in some guys from the transfer portal also. And when he brought in the right guys, and if Jayden Daniels got the right collection of receivers and the O-line hold up, he will be off the chain. And on top of it, he can make plays with his legs. You know, he transferred in from Arizona State, something damn well. But anyway, he's a great quarterback, man. He's a great quarterback. So expect Jayden Daniels to do great things in 2021. We got the plan. But I think this time we're going to beat him. He got away with one in his first season. But I think 2023 we're going to get him. But take nothing away from Jayden Daniels. I think he's going to have a big year for LSU this season. Okay? And that is the rankings for the projected starters in the SEC. 14, A.J. Swann from Vanderbilt. 13, Carson Beck from Georgia. 12, Connor Weigman from Texas A&M. 11, Graham Mertz, Florida Gators. 10, Robby Ashford, Auburn Tigers. 9, Brady Cook, Missouri. 8, Jaxson Dart, Ole Miss. 7, Jalen Milroe, Alabama. 6, Spencer Rattler, South Carolina. 9, Devin Leary, Kentucky. 5, Devin Leary, Kentucky. 4, Will Rogers, Mississippi State. 3, Joe Milton, Tennessee. Number 2, KJ Jefferson, Arkansas. And number 1, Jayden Daniels, LSU. All right. I know a lot of you out there may have issues with this ranking. I'm just telling you what the articles say. Okay. But, you know, if you put your opinion in the comment section if you don't agree with these rankings. Tell me where you think your quarterback should be placed if you don't agree with it. All right. Hey, I'm just a messenger. So with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later, and roll damn tide.